Hello, everybody. This is Elliot from ETJ English. We are live on Facebook for, I can't say how long today because I'm not too sure. I haven't got lots of time. I've got a very busy day. So I thought I had to, I had to go live today. So I decided to find this little slot of my day and go live on Facebook. And I'm sorry if you can't see me very well, guys. It's because my light broke last night. So I usually have a light just here which kind of glows on my face, and unfortunately that light has broken. It's not the bulb either; it's the actual light. It's broken. So you can't see me quite as well. I look quite dark today. But yeah, that's life, isn't it? Things break, things happen. But yeah, I'll try and keep my face slightly light. How are you all today? What's your name? Where are you from? What's going on? Send in your messages and let me know. It'd be great to see. And how are you all doing? Where are you from? I'm Elliot. I'm an online English teacher. I teach English on Skype, and I'm from Bristol in the southwest of England. And yeah, that's me. Haven't got my coffee today. And one more thing I'd like to say to you guys is there was something I was going to say to you. Oh, sorry, I'm late. That should have been like the first thing I said. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I had a Skype lesson and it's just finished. So I was preparing someone for their IELTS exam. So I had to extend the lesson slightly and have a bit of conversation practice. Anyway, yeah, what's your name? Who are you? Where are you from? Press the share button for me, please. If you are so kind, you will press the share button and share this live English lesson with the world. Let's share it with everyone. I'll do some shout outs in a second, but right now I'd just like to talk about a few things. First of all, I live in England, as many of you know. I don't know if many of you are living in England at the moment, some of you English learners. But what I'd like to say is that soon the time zone is changing. It happens every kind of summertime, where the evenings start to get lighter and longer. And it's GMT will soon become GMT +1 in my country. So when I say the times of the live lessons and any of you who do Skype lessons with me, the time zone will be slightly different. It will be 1 hour ahead in my country, which might be quite good for some people who are in different time zones to me. It might make your life a bit easier. And one other exciting thing I'd like to talk about, the reason why I'm in such a happy mood today, is because there's some football on the TV tonight. England are playing, I love international football, okay? I prefer it to club football. So, for example, I support Liverpool, but I always prefer watching England play football. I think it's great. And tonight is a friendly game, and it's England versus Germany. England and Germany, and this is the biggest rivalry in international football, I think. Not just because of football, also because of historical events, and of course we all know. So when it's England and Germany in football, you know that it's going to be a good match. And that leads me on to what I was going to talk about today, is the differences between American English and British English. Now, for example, I might have a friend who calls me and says, Elliot, are you watching the match tonight? Okay, and that's because I'm in England. If I was in America, they would most likely say, are you watching the game tonight? The game. So we call any sporting event, we usually call it a match in England. Sometimes we say game, but more often we will say match. Tennis match, football match, rugby match, cricket match. It's always a match. Now for Americans, it's game usually, not match. And a match is also something that you strike to light. I'm sure many of you know. Anyway, let's see who's here. And then I'll talk a little bit more. So, we've got Mariam from Azerbaijan. Who else have we got? Oh, my comments are going a bit funny at the moment. It's not really... because a lot of you are sending comments in, I can't do the shout-outs. We've got Nomin from Mongolia. We've got Nacha from Thailand. Okay, I can't read anymore because every time you guys send a comment, Facebook is updated now. Every time any of you send a comment, it shoots me back down to the bottom. So, oh, we've got Anna who's woken up at 7 a.m. just to see me. Welcome. Good to see you. Isabel, hello. Randa, hello. Okay. My phone is going crazy. I can't really catch up right now. Do I usually watch the Champions League? Yeah, I usually watch kind of when it gets a bit more exciting. I think in the beginning it's not quite as exciting, and if Liverpool are in it, then it is exciting for me. But it's always the same teams that kind of do well in that, really. Yeah. So football, for me, is not quite as exciting anymore because of Liverpool. But yeah. Anyway, we've got Amy from Hong Kong. We've got Aziza from Indonesia. Coco, good morning. How are you? Good to see you all. Guys, I'd like you to send me in some pronunciation questions today. Like I said, this is a quick lesson. I don't have much time today, but I had to go live. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to share my English knowledge and teaching skills with you. So if you have any pronunciation questions for me today, or any questions, let's try and stay away from the grammar slightly today. Stick more with the speaking, okay? I'll answer some more questions. Someone whose name I can't pronounce says, what is your favourite football player? That would be, who is your favourite football player? And my favourite football player is... I don't really know. I support Liverpool, so probably it would be a Liverpool player. I am a big fan of Coutinho, Philippe Coutinho. I think he's a brilliant player. Any Brazilian football player is good, let's be honest. Firmino, and of course, if there was an English player, it would probably be Daniel Sturridge. I think although he's always injured, I think he's a good player. Is there any difference between see and see? No, there's not. So I could say, I'm going to see the sea tonight. I'm going to see the seaside. So see and see, they're both pronounced exactly the same. So think about that when it comes to your pronunciation. Okay, and Anna asked me, how can I pronounce climb? Climb. Okay, so it's a m sound at the end. Climb. Climb a tree. Now listen to the way I link my sentences here as well. I don't know if any of you saw my most recent YouTube video where I talk about linking words to sound more like a native. It's what we do. So how do we do this? Climb a tree. Climb a tree. Climber. Okay, so quite often the schwa sound will link onto the word before or the word after if we're talking faster. So I would say, I'm going to climb a tree. Climber. Okay, so this is a much more advanced level of English for some of you. If you're advanced at speaking and you think that you're very good at speaking English, then the next thing you need to do is start focusing on linking your words together and sounding more like a native, maybe not in accent terms, but more along the lines of linking your words and your sentences together. Okay. And this is a strange one. Coco says Boulder Dash. Boulder Dash. That's how I would pronounce it. I don't know what that is, but thank you. And thank you to everyone who's sending in all these hearts and likes. They're making me very happy. They make me smile. So feel free to continue doing that. Yes, it's very nice. Now, I want everyone to share with me, what is your favourite season? It's coming up to my favourite season. I love spring, summertime, like the middle bit between spring and summer. So April, May, June, I think are my favourite months. And we're coming to that now, which is really exciting. I love it. I like it. My favourite weather, okay, my favourite weather is when the sun is out. You know, the sun's out and it's hot. You can feel the sun, but there's a really nice cool breeze in the air. So you feel just comfortable, like warm, not too hot, not too cold, nice fresh air, and that is English weather in the spring, and that's why I love the spring. I've also heard it's like this in Italy. I don't know if I have any Italian students here, but a lot of you guys, my Skype students who are from Italy, have been recommending that I go to Italy because of this reason, because of the weather that I like. So maybe one day I'll go to Italy. It is on my list of places to visit. But one other place where I experienced this was at a really good time in the year in Thailand, when I was in Chiang Mai. And you have a really nice cool breeze, but you've also got the sun. And that's perfect. It's perfect for me. Now, let me just see what other comments we've got here then. So we've got... this is really not working today, is it? This Facebook has like updated itself and it's not working. Oh my, is it really doing this? I can't believe it. I can't see your comments unless the ones that come up right now. So if you sent me a question earlier, start sending them now, but slowly. Don't send them all at the same time. Nomin likes winter. Maybe it's because I was born in winter. Yeah, I mean, I like summer, and I think maybe that might have something to do with the fact I was born in the summer as well. I was born in June, which is right in the middle of the summer. Does anyone else have a birthday on the 15th of June? 15th of June. Does anyone have a birthday on this date? And everyone's saying, don't go to Brazil in October to February because it's too hot. Yeah, I've had a lot of students who've kind of always been quite tired out when they when in this time of year when they see me and they look quite hot and bothered because probably it's quite hot in at that time of year. So yeah, that's something to think about anyway. But yeah, I think travel is great. It's a great thing to talk about. Whoa, someone's got a birthday on the 15th of June. Join the club. Power to the 15th of June. And that is when. That's amazing. You know, it's very strange because actually a lot of people seem to share the same birthday as me. And I mean, I guess what you have to do is count back 9 months and work out the day when you may have been conceived, as it were. But yeah, I don't really like to think about that, so I don't. But whatever 9 months ago from the 15th of June was, that might have some kind of, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, Daniel says spring, summer is the best. It certainly is. Now remember, guys, some of you sent some pronunciation questions earlier, but my Facebook is just being terrible at the moment. It keeps scrolling back down every time that I scroll up, which is very, very annoying. So I'll just have to leave that. Antonio says, what's the British pronunciation of walk and work? I always get confused between the two. Yeah, I've been teaching this in my Skype lessons recently with all the different words. And a lot of people have been having problems with this. So we have walk and work. Okay, so walk is like you're blowing candles out on a cake. Imagine that shape you make, that small O. And work is more like a big round okay? We've got Ashti from Kurdistan, Iraq. In my country, the weather's quite changeable. Yeah, it's same as England. I mean, most of the time in England, it's always raining or cloudy, but we do get this nice period in the middle of the year where it's beautiful. Karen says, hello from Japan. Oh, lovely. That's my #1 country to visit. I've never been, and I'd love to go there. Can you teach me how to pronounce literally? Literally. Okay? Now, American would say literally. But that's annoying. Sounds like one of my students gave me the perfect example. He said that American accents, they sound like mosquitoes. Really annoying mosquitoes that fly around your ear. I thought that was a very good example he gave me. It made me laugh. I like American people, but the accent, yeah, it's quite annoying. So I understand the whole mosquito thing that people say. How to become your student. You can become my student by pressing the book now button at the top of my Facebook page and you can book a Skype lesson with me, okay? Which countries and places would I like to visit? From Alexi. I always get that name wrong. I want to visit Japan. I want to visit Italy. I want to visit... There's something about me, something inside of me that wants to visit Russia, but I'm not sure why. And I would also like to go to Berlin. I would also like to go to South Korea. I have a good friend who is from Busan. And yeah, I'd like to go to South Korea. Now, I've been told that you guys have lost me. What's going on? Is the connection... Are we having connection problems? Or can you all hear me okay? Am I just talking to myself right now? I'm not sure what's happening. Anyway, I'll just keep talking and hope for the best. Oh, it's quite scary. What other questions have we had then? You have to visit Sahara. Yeah, that's probably quite cool. That's probably a good idea. Alexandra, do you speak any other languages apart from English? So I can speak bits of different languages, if you know what I mean. So I'm not fluent in a language. I can speak a bit of French. I can speak a bit of Spanish. I can speak a bit of Thai. I can speak a bit of Vietnamese, but it's just like the general stuff to like help me get around the country, okay? I lived in Thailand and Vietnam for about 8 months to 1 year, so I kind of have used that language for a while. But although I am a language learning expert, I haven't learnt a language myself fluently. The reason why? Because I've spent all my time teaching and I've spent all my time learning how to teach. And now, because I haven't wasted any time, I could now have started my career a little bit earlier in my life than other teachers may have done. I heard there was I saw that there was a connection problem just now. I don't know if it's okay now. I hope you guys can hear me okay. If you can't, then maybe I'll cancel the lesson. Sometimes during this time of day, midday, the connection can go a bit funny. So let me know. Laura says, hi there, I woke up like 10 minutes ago and I'm going to listen to you while I put my makeup on and get ready for work. Oh, that's good. That's great. That's good. Enjoy listening to me while you put your makeup on. I hope you enjoy it. What other questions are we getting? Describe a shop near... Ashley says, describe a shop near you where you live that you sometimes use. I think what Ashley's trying to do there is put in a bit of an IELTS question that he wants me to answer, like an IELTS answer. Unfortunately, in my live lessons, I don't teach IELTS. I'm sorry about that. But if I was to describe a shop near me, I would say there's a shop just around the corner called Co-op, which a lot of people might know. Co-op, they just sell like bread and meat and all the things I need to feed myself. So I use them quite a few times to get my food when I need it. When I have an emergency, I might quickly go to Co-op and buy, let's say, bread or milk, you know, the necessities. Necessities are things that you need, okay? Things that you need. So it's a necessity for me to have milk because, number one, I'd like to point out I will never be a vegan in my life. Number two, I'd also like to point out that milk is important. I need it for my tea, like cups of tea. I need it for cereal in the morning, for my breakfast. Milk is great. Anyway, Alexandra says, one of my uni friends recently told me that she came across your YouTube channel and fell in love with your accent. Oh, thank you. That's great. Tell your uni friend that I'm glad she likes my accent. If you want my accent, then that's what these lessons are for. Okay. What's the difference between can and can't? Well, can means you can do something, and can't means you can't do something. So one is positive, one is negative. Cannot and can. If it's pronunciation, Then we've got can and can't. That's Bristol. That's roti. That's a Bristol accent. That's a West Country English accent. If you want to speak in a more RP accent, you'd say can and can't. Can't. Now, please be careful you don't say another word. I talked about it before. See you next Tuesday or see you next Thursday, whichever one you want to say. Please don't say that. We've got Nam Sarang from Vietnam. Where in Vietnam are you from, Nam? Can you tell me the way to pronounce like you, like I mean British speakers? Number one, you need a trainer. So you need someone to teach you, whether it's me on Skype, whether it's YouTube videos, this, that, and the other. You need someone to correct you and train you. Number two, you need a lot of time and you need patience, okay? So make sure you don't give up, because it takes a very long time to get a new accent and pronunciation, okay? It takes a very long time. And so you have to be diligent, you have to work hard, and don't give up, okay? And don't get bored. That's the most important things. A trainer or a mentor, someone showing you how to do it, teaching you how to do it. And also you need that diligence, that hard-working attitude, okay? Let me see what else we've got here then. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, it's like an interview, isn't it? I will answer this one, actually. What do I like to do in my spare time? In my spare time, I like to listen to music. I like to play music. I write music and play the guitar in my spare time. I like to watch YouTube videos, but I don't have much free time because I spend a lot of my time working, teaching, and building my business. You know, that's my main thing at the moment. But I like to cook. I like to write and play and listen to music. I also like to do a bit of poetry, and I usually turn my poetry into songs with my guitar. So that's my little sensitive side, I guess, that I've got. So yeah. Welcome everyone who's recently joined. Please hit the share button, please, if you want to share this with your friends. I really appreciate that. It helps me out as well. Okay, I missed your... Alpha says, I missed your live lessons for quite some time now because I was hospitalised. Oh no, that's terrible. Are you okay? I'm glad I didn't miss this one. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I hope you're okay. I'm sorry to hear about that, Alpha. Fung loves British very much. I'm glad you do. Okay. And someone said how to pronounce Kurt. That's a name, like Kurt Cobain, I take it. Yeah, Kurt. How did I learn how to teach English? Well, I did what everyone else does and studied English, and then I took a course, and so I got a degree in English, and then I moved on to teaching English as a foreign language. I'm fully qualified to do that, and I've been doing it in schools and online for about 2.5 years now. So I'm very experienced, yes. Well, for a young person of my age, most people are struggling to find a job as an English teacher now. But for me, I thought, well, I'll start doing it online. And now, you know, things couldn't be better for me. Things are great. I've been told that, this is really difficult because this Facebook is just so terrible at the moment. I'm going to do my next live lesson on YouTube, by the way, everybody. Can you pronounce the word ramshackle? Ramshackle. Now, this is actually a club night, so a night in a club in Bristol. There's actually one called Ramshackle, and it plays like rock music, and it's quite cool. Victor's here. Hello, Victor. Welcome back. You're always here, mate. It's good to see you. Good to see you back, Victor. Lanya says, what's your name? My name is Elliot. Elliot. A lot of people find it hard to pronounce my name. Is it correct to pronounce little as Lil? Not really, okay? So, I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it's not correct if you want to speak correct English. Maybe if you're talking with a friend, you might say a little bit, but generally most of us will just say little or little. little bit or a little bit, not lil, okay? So we'd say little. So we do that glottal T where it's like coughing in your throat, little, okay? What's the right way to pronounce, from Mario, the D sound? D, is that what you mean? Or duh? Depends which, if you send it to me in a phonetic image, then I'll be able to help you. It depends what sound you'd like to know. Whoa, lots of people joining. It's great to see you all joining. Good to see that people are interested in this lesson. What else have we had? I like the way British say folder, shoulder, soldier. Do you know why? Because it's a schwa sound, and that's our British sound. It's a beautiful sound. Teacher, weather. Now, if you haven't seen my schwa video lesson on YouTube, you can just go to ETJ English on YouTube, okay? And check it out. Check it out, as an American would say. If we were British, we'd say, check it out. Check it out. Very different, isn't it? Very, very different. You know, I was talking to an American girl the other day, a friend of mine, and she said to me that she might take lessons from me on Skype one day. She's a friend and she's American, and it's because she wants to change to British for a movie. So she's acting in a movie soon, or like not a movie, but like a very small movie, not a big Hollywood movie. But she wants me to train her how to use British accent because apparently she needs it, and she doesn't really like her American accent. So it should be very interesting. Alexandra says, "What's better for you, teaching via Skype or teaching face to face?" I like teaching by Skype because I can reach people all over the world. I can meet people from everywhere. I've made friends with so many of my students. I have people in different places who could come and visit me, or I could go and visit them anytime. And also on Skype, I have that flexibility, okay? So I can work whatever hours I want. So yeah, it's nice. And face-to-face, sometimes I think people are a bit more shy. So it's hard to open that student up and get them to speak to me. But if we're behind a screen, sometimes people feel a bit more comfortable talking to me. So they really do give me real English, real answers and what I need, you know. So they're willing to learn more, I think. Okay, so Alt says, do you know Liam and Noel Gallagher? Yes, I do. The way they speak is so hard. What kind of accent do they have? They have an Manchester man. They have a Manchester accent. Liam and Noel Gallagher. Go and look at some YouTube videos of Liam and Noel Gallagher. They are music legends. I grew up with my dad playing me Oasis music when I was growing up, and they were like the first band that I ever loved, Oasis. And Liam and Noel Gallagher, I mean, they're not exactly the most friendly people in the world, but their accent is very, yes, Manchester. I can't do a Manchester accent, but yeah, that's the accent they've got. They'd say like, hello, Manchester, something like that. I don't really know. All I know is my accent. And all right, if you want to see me do accents, go over to the last video I did, the last live lesson, because that was where I really brought out my Scottish accent, which was quite funny. Barwari says, how's the weather? Overcast today, which means like kind of not very sunny, more cloudy, and stuff like that. Sarah says, why don't you download YouTube videos reading store? I'm not sure what you mean there, sorry. YouTube videos reading stories. I'm not sure what that is, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, good to be here. Good to see you guys. There's a lot of people who've joining, people still joining. Alvaro, welcome. So Sarah says something about Harry Potter, but I'm still not really sure what you mean. You want me to download YouTube videos about Harry Potter? Is that right? I'm not really sure. Not really sure what you're talking about. Sorry. Maybe just explain a bit more so I can understand what you're talking about. Any pronunciation questions you guys have? Remember, at the moment I can't scroll back up because Facebook's going crazy and it's not letting me stay. Is this normal way of talking, or are you trying to be clearer? This is my normal way of talking. Everybody knows now, in my live lessons, I talk a lot faster, okay? I talk more natural. I talk more like I'm talking to friends, because this is like a casual conversation with us, okay? So this is what we're doing. Do you think British accent is just a matter of time to practice with a native, or is there also some other way I can try? In my opinion, if you want a perfect, really clear British accent, you need to be around it all the time. So you need to either have friends or a teacher or something that is around you all the time, so that your mind is picking up the accent. You need to train on all of the vowel sounds. You need to train on the diphthong sounds. There's so many sounds you need to train on. And it doesn't just happen by learning by yourself, I'm afraid. You need kind of a voice to reference with. Now, you can use YouTube videos, but it would take probably twice as long. So the videos I give you, they're a starting point. They're a point for you to learn the sounds. You then have to start integrating it into your vocabulary, listening to how other people use them, and you need to start engaging with native speakers, whether it's a teacher or whether it's a friend. Okay, so just bear that in mind. How do you pronounce the word transmit or transmission or transmitter? Transmit, transmission, shun, okay, and transmitter, mitter, schwa, because it's an sound, so we say mitter in British. And tran, okay? Give us a link of your YouTube channel, please. I can't right now. What you'll have to do is go down below this video on my page, and you will see my most recent YouTube video, and that will take you to my channel. Okay. Woo! Good. Yeah, I did have some questions, but like I said, you guys are sending them all at the same time. It's not your fault. Why does live sound the same as life? Live and live and life, they're not the same, okay? Live and life. So we've got a v and a f, okay? How to pronounce, this is one of the most common ones, even in my Skype lessons I get this one all the time. How to pronounce, from Abdul, thought and taught. Thought, ought, and taught. So we've got a th and a t that are making the difference there, okay? Peculiarities. What's the difference between have to and must? I'm sorry, but I've answered this so many times. I think I'm going to stop answering this question now. You can go to probably about 3 of my old live lessons and find out the answer to this. If not, there'll probably be some YouTube videos about this. I think I might have even done one about it before. So just go and check that out. I just don't want anyone to get bored of me giving the same answer to the same things all of the time. Okay. All right, well, like I said, I don't have lots of time today. So if you have any last minute questions you need to ask me, I will help you. Now, another thing it's good to learn is it's coming to the end of the tax year in England, which is when all of us have to start paying our taxes. Okay, and the thing about this is I'm going to see an accountant tomorrow. So if any of my Skype students have noticed that they can't book a lesson tomorrow in the morning, it's because I'm going to see an accountant. Now, an accountant is someone who helps you with your taxes, with your money, because I'm very bad with numbers. I'm only good with English and geography and history, but numbers, no. Not very good with that, I'm afraid. How many classes on average does it take to start noticing a difference? It depends on your level already. I would say 5 is to start noticing a difference for the average person, but to really start using it and getting used to it, you need to do at least 10 hours. At least 10 hours. It takes a long time to learn an accent. I know a lot of you want it now, like you want it fast, but you've got to understand that the brain doesn't work that way, okay? It does take a long time, but don't give up, because if you have a goal, you'll make it happen. Okay? I hate to kill people's dreams, you know, but it does happen. You just have to work hard on it. Can I tell you an easy way to learn English? There's no easy. Well, it depends how easy it is for you. Some people prefer to have a teacher. Some people prefer to learn on their own. Some people prefer a Skype teacher. Some people prefer a language school. Understand what you need a plan. Okay, so you need to know what type of English you want to learn. Do you want to learn American? Do you want to learn British? What do you want to learn? But just prepare yourself for the fact that it doesn't happen fast. Okay. Okay, so we've got Mo saying when G is pronounced as J and when pronounced as G. So for when G is pronounced as J, for example, exaggerate. Exaggerate. Okay. And the other one, for example, egg is the other way of pronouncing it. Exaggerate. Okay. Sir, I don't have Portable with native speakers, but sometimes I can't translate British films. What's your advice? I'm not too sure what you mean there, Mohamedullah. Welcome back, by the way. I'm not sure I can give you an answer to that. I'm not really sure what you're asking me, but perhaps if you rephrase that, I might be able to help you. But if you don't have native speakers there, then what you can do is use the internet. Okay, you've got YouTube. They can teach you. You can't speak back to them, but some YouTubers, like myself, offer Skype lessons. I'm not promoting mine, I'm saying any Skype teacher. You can learn from them, they're native, okay? As long as you have access to the internet and Skype, and a credit card, of course, then you can do it. That's the way it is. Now, I'm gonna, like I said, this was a quick lesson today. I just wanted to do a lesson so that I could at least give you something today, guys, okay? So I've given you something. I really hope this very quick lesson helped. Next week I'm going live on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna go live there because a lot of people on YouTube have been asking me for that. Yeah, sorry that this was a really quick lesson. There's not much I can. There's not much I can do in this space of time. I just wanted to fit you in very quickly, and I did, and I'm glad I could help you for even a short period of time. I hope you will have a wonderful day or evening or morning or whatever time it is for you. Have a brilliant time. If you'd like to book a Skype lesson, of course, as always, you can just go and press book now at the top of my Facebook page and select your trial lesson, and you can pick your time zone and the date and time you want it. And I look forward to hopefully meeting some of you soon on Skype. If not, then I'll see you all in my next live lesson or my next YouTube video. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Take care. Look after yourselves. Eat some nice food today. Drink some nice beer or water if you don't drink alcohol. And think about me. Okay, have a lovely day. Cheers. Bye.